Hey, do you care whether you live or die?
I don't know.
What's up with the good people of YouTube out there? Just got done with this good workout. Got these legs in. You know, when I be working out, I be getting some of my best thinking in. You feel me? Like I'm able to compartmentalize my thoughts. Really, put them in where they need to go. I get them where they need to be. I get some of my best thinking in while I'm working out. You feel me? And you know, tonight when I was working out, I was thinking about some shit. I figured I'd hop on here and make a quick little video and share my thoughts with y'all. Y'all give me y'all's feedback. You know how we do on this channel. We discuss all that good shit, right? So, you know, lately in LA, right, there's been a gang of the peace treaty talks, right? And it ain't my place to get up on here and give my 2 cents on that because I'm clearly a non-affiliate, as we've already established in many, many videos, right? But you know, it's crazy to me that there's so many people that want to go against peace, especially when it comes to gangbanging in 2024 going into 2025. You feel me? Like, it's amazing. And I get it. You know, there's bloodshed and, you know, the pain runs deep. Share it with me. I feel it completely. Totally get it. But one of the equations that come along with this is remembering that a lot of the agreements we make when we in childhood, we carry into adulthood, and that be buying into the deception of the streets. So the deception of the streets is something we buy into at a young age as a kid, a child, and we carry those agreements, those understandings all the way into adulthood. And before you know it, you're a grown man trying to live life with these childish understandings. And, you know, in the Bible, there's a parable. It says, when I was a child, I thought like a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So you gotta think about, when does a boy really transition into adulthood, right? When does that transition really happen? And you think about gangbanging in the streets and that false male bravado, right? That false male bravado for a lot of young kids, young men, they think that's their way, their ritualistic way of passing into adulthood. They feel like once they start claiming the set, gangbanging, packing a pistol, you know, shooting at a motherfucker, doing all that shit out in the street, they a man now, right? You can bang on your chest, you a gorilla. You feel me? You can do all that. But lo and behold, that's the furthest thing from the truth. You know, them things right there lead you to your destruction. And as we know, your destruction is the penitentiary yard or the graveyard. You know, can't get rich gangbanging, can't do none of that shit. But you know, it's crazy that we get old, and I'm at the 40-year marker, right? I came up in the third generation in the 90s. That was the era that I came up under. Even though I'm a non-affiliate, I didn't been around it. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Y'all see the tat, hustle now, bang later, right? But that's just a little motto I live by. But you know, it's food for thought, in my opinion. You know, the only reason I bring up that generational stuff, right, 90s and all that, is because we done seen where this shit lead, though, right? We already done seen over all these eras, all these decades already, right, of where this shit leads you to. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing changed. This shit's definitely not leading you to advancement. You know, it's not taking you up to the next level, even though, you know, it's glamorized and, you know, portrayed through the music and entertainment and shit. But, you know, the average motherfucker that is gangbanging, they lifespan, usually be about 17, 18, 19, 20, 25. Let you make it to 30, you deemed old. Or get to my age where you in your 40s, you ancient, unk status, right? Yeah, hey, unk. But you know, it's crazy. Gotta start thinking with a new brain out here in this day and age. You know, that's why I don't be liking when motherfuckers tell me they be like, man, I ain't never changing. I can't buy into no shit like that when people be like, I ain't never changing. Why would you never change? A human is made for evolution. You feel me? To evolve. That's what a human is made to do, right? A man is made to evolve. A man ain't made to de-evolve, you know? Not at all. Made to evolve, move forward, not stand still and keep thinking like you did when you was in the sandbox. Come on now. How stupid do that sound? You know what I mean? How stupid does that sound? But you know, at the end of the day, most people will live like a child, Benjamin Buttons, for the rest of their life. It's a sad state of affairs too. So I seen this video today by Mr. Fab out there in Oakland. I want to share it with y'all. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. If y'all made it this far, hit the like button on this shit.
I got a question this morning to some folks out there. How is it that you don't have the courage to change, but you have the audacity to criticize? I said, you don't have the courage to change because you stuck in your ways. You refuse to grow up. You refuse to evolve. You refuse to drop that moniker, oh, I'm a street nigga. Woo, woo, woo. All of these, let me tell you something. Just because you're a street nigga don't mean you're a real nigga. And just because you're a street nigga don't mean that you're doing things that exude you from criticism or exude you from being able to be held accountable for the things that you've done and for the things that you're doing. Any man that has grown in this life and they've come to a level of knowledge or a level of existence of understanding, hey man, no matter what I've done in life, there are some things that I owe. Now, I can't take back some of the things that I've taken in this life. I can't take back some of the decisions that I've made. But in my change and in my evolution, I know that I owe the game. And in owing the game, I owe the game change. I owe it to the people that raised me. I owe it to my parents. I owe it to the next generation. I owe it to them to prevent them from going through some of the same mistakes that I've gone through. You see, but some people don't look at life like that because they go through life and never gain accountability for anything in their life. 9 out of 10 times because they've never been responsible for anything in their life. So when you lack responsibility, there's no way that you can hold up to accountability. I tell people this all the time. You don't want to change, but yet and all, you criticize individuals that are changing, and you criticize individuals that are evolving, and you criticize individuals that are at least trying. You see, if you're trying and you fail, I salute you, because at least you're trying to do something. See, some people fail to try. And when they fail to try, they sit up and they just stuck with whatever they got. I can't just accept whatever life throwing to me because I always heard that life is what you make it. So I'm going to make it. I'm going to create the reality that I got in my head. And I'm going to go out there and I'm going to live that out. And if I don't live that out, at least I know that I lived attempting to paint the reality that I wanted to be living. You see, if I came to you one day and I told you, man, I'm going to create this amusement park. It's going to be some mice, some dogs, some cows, some pigs, some ducks. I'm going to have rides. I'm going to have people wearing popcorn. I'm going to have adults, children, more and more so, imagining that they were these animals that I've created. Everybody going to go around, and I'm going to put one of these parks on every continent damn near. And people from around the world will come and travel to come see this thing that I've created. You'll look at me and say, nigga, what the hell is you talking about? Then I'll tell you, and I'm going to call it Disneyland. You see, if you was Walt Disney's folks back in the day when he created that, you probably was looking at that nigga like, nigga, is you crazy? Yeah, you see, because you got to be crazy. Yeah, you got to be crazy because the beautiful thing about this is in life, you got to have an imagination, and one that has lost their imagination, damn near lost their life, because now you only going to accept the 24 hours that come for you. If you get that, I tell people all the time, we lucky if we get 3,000 weeks. You better respect time. And with the time that you got on your hands, you better be creating something. Create something that's going to live longer than you do. The hardest thing in life to accept is that after all of the struggle, after all the living, after all the loving, after all the money, after all the poverty, after all the success, after all the wealthiness, we all die. You see, but something that you create doesn't have to die. It can live on. It can continue to live on. And that's how you create heaven. Because you'll forever live on. Create something that will last longer than you do. Because when you look at life, the human life expectancy, and you look at how long this world has been, we ain't here but a smidget. What will you create that will last longer than you? Live life. And if you don't have the courage to change, you shouldn't have the audacity to criticize those that are error.
Hey, if y'all made it this far in the video, the least y'all can do is hit that like button. That's all I ask. Hit the like button. If you ain't subbed up. Hit that notification bell. Gonna keep you updated. To the next one, I'm gone.